عبا ما كفعت زوردني بسيناي بزح يعني غمزي الكازي قلت مدفعتي يوردني بحسين أرسينون يوم ملو ليتن قدرن صوت النيرم حاو غانيرو أو خلا حاو بنزينا خويو بطريق 24 ساعات.
Eritreans fleeing human rights abuses from their own country are ending up in the hands of traffickers. They say these traffickers are not only extorting large amounts of money from them, but are kidnapping them, torturing them, and abusing them in order to force their families to pay ransom for their release. And some of these people are telling us that they have seen Egyptian police and Sudanese police and security officers colluding with these traffickers.
I spoke with dozens of Eritreans who made their way from Eritrea into eastern Sudan. They told me that for the most part they were kidnapped by traffickers soon after they crossed into eastern Sudan.
انجرها شايدا سبات حزي ام قال ملس لنسمع نبرنا تليفون جيرهم انج خيت حزنا بتعم سجينا مالتي زرب انا خيود انا خلنا ماكينه نيرا شايدا بيك اب صعدا مالتي بحزت
على ملو دبادو ወደ መኪናው ሰቀሉ የግሬን ማሰሩ የዛኒ አይኔን በጨርቅ ሸፈኑና ተወሰነ ደቂቃ እንደሄድ ነው.
Once they've been tortured and their relatives abroad have paid ransom, those traffickers then drive them up into Egypt and hand them over to Egyptian traffickers. From there they're driven through Egypt and then across the Suez Canal into the Sinai Peninsula to the town of Arish and then beyond to small desert villages where they face the worst torture of all.
مشات وقتهم تدي كفلكم كم زغت موتيهم قال لهم كبرت هتعلم مريخة زرعيو أي كفل النجيم ما يطلع إلهم
بسات يتكسرنا ينطلطلنا يقاطلنا شنتاچن يططلنا.
I spoke with many Eritreans who described to me how Sudanese police and military, as well as Egyptian police and military, colluded with traffickers who had kidnapped them. They described the uniforms they were wearing, the vehicles that they were driving in, and the weapons that they were carrying.
وتقدر نيجيتني تشيك بوينت يكو تجيت نيرو ريعي وتقدرين كم زيلهم بقى تخيلهم حالهم جست خجوي خلا شعو
ساقد أجاجام بولايسات حزيهم نيرم بحفير بزحت مسانات تحزون نور دارجام بزحتهم أب حفير تبها البوتا بولايس ده تحزوهم نشجر أبنوزوكم يلهم مبزحتهم تتحزو دارجا بحفير نيرم بولايس ده تحزوهم مالتي.
When Eritreans are released from trafficker hideouts, the majority are intercepted by Egyptian security forces and are taken to police stations and prosecuted for unlawful entry or presence into the Sinai Peninsula. They're then detained in inhuman and degrading conditions in the police stations and denied access to the UN Refugee Agency to lodge asylum claims.
تعمي حماق كم نقبرنا دلو ولا حنت كم ديكبرنا دلو أب جبسي أتيناس تعمي أب جبسينا دلنا زغلو فتعمي فتعمو دلو أب جبسي سخونة منقصي جبس خازو سخونة فتح أي تجبرنا زغلو.
The very least that Egypt and Sudan can do is to investigate these allegations of abuse, torture, kidnapping by traffickers. And they should also examine and investigate these very serious allegations of collusion by their own security forces, by their own police, with traffickers.